Welcome to Breakthrough to Success Tips, and today's tip is on prioritization. How do we really manage all the tasks that are put in front of us on our desk, at work, in the home environment, from our spouse, our partner, our husband or wife, our children, our in-laws, our mum and dad. How do we manage all that? And then in the work environment, our colleagues, our boss, our project team members, as well as customers that may phone us asking for certain things. Not to mention also organisations that we need to deal with on a day-to-day basis, perhaps the gas company, the banks, so financial institutions, various memberships that you may have. How do we manage all that and still function and get things that we want, as well as be successful? So I'm going to share with you a technique that I use, and I have adapted the original technique to suit my own purposes as well. I'm going to give you a little bit of insight into that, and you can adapt this process, this sheet that I use, to fit your needs as well. And I will mention, I use paper, pen and paper. I print this out. I've got it on a computer now, on a Word document, and I will happily share with you a copy of the PDF that I've created, so you can just print it out, or you can adapt it if you like. You can email me, and I'm happy to share with you the Word document as well, which you can adapt. So let's write this up so it's quite clear what you can do. So basically, get a piece of paper. Or you can just use the template that I provide, and cut it up into 4 squares. Now these 4 squares are going to encompass different areas of priority and different focuses that you will have in making your choice of the action. So you're going to actually start managing your actions rather than that the actions manage you, or the tasks manage your life. So you feel a little bit more in control in what you're doing. So on the top left-hand corner, we're going to write urgent, and on the top right-hand corner, we're going to write not urgent, okay, and then on the bottom left-hand corner and the bottom right-hand corner, it's going to still be the same, so it's still urgent, and this is not urgent. So I hear you asking, Harsha, why didn't you just have two panes and then put not urgent and urgent? Well, there is a reason for that. So on the top right left, I'm going to write important here. And on this side, I'm going to write not important. Oh no, sorry, my bad. This is also going to be important. Now you can start to see what's happening here. As you can see, of my many GIFs, I can write sideways. On the bottom right hand, we're going to write not important here.
There's so much, so close.
And on the bottom left-hand corner, again, it's going to be not important. So you can see the 4 different squares. Now, when we prioritize this way, so we get a certain task on our table, and we have to choose, rather than go, okay, I'm going to go and do that one, and then you get dragged in another area, and you go, oh, you've got to go and do that one. And then maybe your wife might say, okay, you need to do this right now. And you go, all right, okay, I'll drop out whatever I'm doing. So what really happens is you get this scattered focus. And all day long, you've got this kind of, okay, you started to do one thing, and then you get pulled into another thing, and then you get pulled into another thing, and you don't really get much done. So what this allows you to do is really, really hone in on what is really important. So on the top left-hand corner, you would write all the things that are really important and urgent, that need to be done today or this moment. This is very important, and it has to be done today. Now it's going to be different for everyone, depending on what your values are, what you need to get done. It's not so. I could mention, getting the car fixed up today is important because I need to drive to and from work. However, for someone else, they might go, no, well, the car can wait because I have to pay my rent this week. I can catch the bus or something like that. So it depends on what your circumstances are and what you need to get done. On the top right-hand corner, we've got not urgent and important. So these are the things that I find this top right-hand corner is as important as this one, because this is the stuff that will get you ahead. These are the success actions towards success, and it's important you put some time aside every week, every day to get at least one of these done. Because if you keep delaying this stuff, life tends to catch up and they all become urgent and important. So eventually they'll go from not urgent into this one. So before they get there, you want to tackle those. On the top bottom right-hand corner, we've got not urgent, not important. This is what I would also class as a E action, if you know the ABCD E actions, which I'll go into another blog. It's E as in eliminate. These are possible tasks on your elimination or your never to be done type tasks that keeps coming up, and it might be someone saying, look, join up for this program, and you're never going to join up. You might as well save your time as well as their energy and saying, I'm not interested. It might be something that you do but don't really get any value out of and you want to stop doing. Let's just move over here. On the bottom left-hand corner, we've got urgent and not important. Now, these are the types of tasks that are generally other people's priorities that come onto your plate, because you're either the only one who knows how to do it, or it's just easy for them to handle it handball it to you. So it's important that you start to figure out how can you start to delegate some of these actions, and this is probably a class D action or a delegation activity. It's urgent and not important to you. It might be not important to the people around you, but you still need to get it done. So it might be a bill that's paid regularly on a monthly or a weekly basis that you can automate. Takes you out of the picture. As long as there's money in that account, it's going to get paid. So there you go. That is the basic version of the prioritization system. I'm going to add a little bit of value add here, and I've come up with this myself, and someone may have it on the internet as well. What I've done is I have created, and it's not going to be drawn extremely well, but we're going to give it an attempt. What I've done is I have created a number of circles. The first one, the middle one, is you. Now, we've got to always start with you. Now, some people may disagree. They may go, your family's more important than you. But how are you going to help them if you can't function yourself? If you're not getting adequate exercise, if you're not looking after yourself regularly, you can't function to support them and look after them. So I've put me at the middle of this because I generally tend to put me outside of it and right at the end. So I put myself in the middle. If you're one of those people who always puts yourself first, maybe you might go down one of the circles where you put yourself. So you always start from the middle and work outwards. The second one I've put is family. Now, these are all important, by the way. It's not like one is more important than the other, but the other things won't really function without all these being in place. And that's why I've prioritized these. Third one I have put as wealth and prosperity. Now you may wonder, why is that coming first before business and all that? I've forgotten how to spell prosperity, which is pretty bad. So I put that first because you need a certain level of income, certain level of money to function, and that's important to me for my security as well as for my family's security. I put that third. The fourth one, I will put as professional. Now that's basically, who is Harsha as a person adding value to society? What is his personal branding? What does he do to make a difference in the world? What does he, in training, in creating events? And that's what I do. That's profession and business. So this is all your customers and supporting them. As you can see, Now, business might be on the edge of this, but basically all this stuff that you do supports this. So it's important that we work from the middle outwards. And lastly, but not least, I have put social. Now, social includes everything that you give back to the world. And it's important that you add that, because we need to be continually adding to society, to our world, to make it a better place. So I put that in there. You may say last, but in a way, all these stuff supports social. So, you know, the business that you do needs to support social. So it's working that way. So this is my little take on it. So we first divided into the 4 squares. Urgent, important, not urgent, important, not urgent, and urgent, not important. Then we do the circles, which really relate to different aspects in your life. So personal, family, prosperity, professional, business, social are the ones I have chosen. It may be different for you. You may run 3 companies. You may not have, and I won't like to say this, but you might be a person who lives by yourself, and the most important thing to you is really the businesses that you run, the social things that you do, the giving back to society. You may be not married, you may be single, in which case you know, you have little interaction with your family, but those other things that you do are important. So you might put those 3 things as the circles that you need to sort out the tasks in your life. And again, according to, you know, you can sort the different attributes in your life according to the different squares. So I hope you're able to manage that brings some extra value for you to manage your tasks, to prioritize. Now remember, once you've categorized your tasks into the different areas, you always start here, because these are urgent and important. You need to get these done. It might be this week, it might be today. Then you need to start tackling these not urgent, important on a weekly, if not daily basis. So firstly, the urgent important. Unfortunately, the urgent not important needs to get done today as well. And these are some of the things you might be able to delegate to other people. Start doing these. So these are the 3 main squares that you work off, starting with this one, and this one. And then the last not urgent, important square is something you can start to eliminate in your life. So take away what you will from that. I'll catch you on the next Breakthrough to Success tip next time. So stay tuned for that.